everyone. I'm Sabine K. Bergman.
And I'm Savani Babu.
We are the co-founders of Hidden Compass, and we are joined here today with writer Meenakshi J, who's joining us from Delhi. And she wrote a story in our Quest department for our winter 2022 issue, showcasing artisans in Tamil Nadu, trying to keep ancient sculpting practices alive. And it's also about those who are trying to recover the ancient artifacts from which those traditional sculpting methods hail. Thank you so much for joining us, Meenakshi.
Thank you so much for having me on this.
I'm curious, what was it that first motivated you to become a writer?
Well, I've always had a penchant for history, heritage, art and crafts, apart from travel. So I guess that is what proliferated into me being an accidental writer. Subsequently, I would call myself an accidental writer as well as an accidental educator, because that was never in the scheme of things. It just happened out of the blue, and as you both are aware, once you start writing and you get that kick of seeing your first story published, it sort of motivates you to keep writing and tell the stories to the world. And that's how it all started for me. So it was a gradual change from being a blogger to a full-time freelance writer for me.
I want to ask about the story that you reported on, that you wrote for us, because you're joining us from New Delhi. The story takes place in Tamil Nadu. How did you first become aware of this tradition and these sculptors, and why did you want to tell their story?
All right. Though as of now, I'm based out of Delhi. I belong to the state of Tamil Nadu. So I am a Tamilian. And the story is actually, when it comes to the artisans and the craftspeople, the craftsmen in this particular story, they belong to my ancestor village. So like we have something called the family deity, and our family deity belongs to this village called Swami Malai. So he is a family deity, the idol or the lord who resides at Swami Malai, is to whom we actually do the yearly rituals and the divine offerings. So he is a family deity, and this particular village is quite popular for this particular craft as such. And as such, I am passionate about digging into the history of the Chola Empire, who were from this, the whole of Tanjavur district in Tamil Nadu.
Right.
And my interest in this dynasty was after reading a novel called Ponniyin Selvan. So there is this novel called Ponniyin Selvan by a writer called Kalki. So this is in the regional language of Tamil. The book is actually written in the regional language of Tamil, but this was an accident, that I accidentally picked the English translation of Ponniyin Selvan. And I really, thanks to the writer Pavitra Srinivasan, unfortunately she's no more. She passed away recently, but this particular book made a great impact on me. And I regretted not knowing about this particular dynasty. Although I belong to that place, I never got to know about this dynasty because we hardly had any chapters in our textbooks about this dynasty while I was, in the school. So this got me hooked
on the book. Then, I mean, we talk about publishing at Hidden Compass as a global conversation of sorts, and here's an example of one writer stumbling upon a book written by another, and how that can continue that conversation forward.
Exactly. I mean, she's a great writer.
I want to ask, because every Every story we publish at Hidden Compass is published alongside a fundraising campaign. And for those who are watching and don't know, we split the proceeds 50-50 with the contributors on top of their article pay. Meenakshi, what would it mean for you for people to contribute to your campaign?
I'm planning to, I'm planning to donate a certain amount from whatever we from this campaign, whatever I get from this campaign, for the welfare of the craft people who are working there, because they have endured through the whole of the pandemic. Okay, so I thought I would help them in some way or the other. Maybe I can provide education to one of their children. That is what I'm planning to do, because during the course of reporting, I spoke with them. Although they were taken care by the brothers who are mentioned in this particular, they are like the employers of the foundry as such, and they have taken good care of these craft people. Nevertheless, I really want to contribute from my side as well. So, I thought maybe it will ease their burden a bit.
That's incredibly generous of you. And I am always touched when we have contributors who like to pay forward their proceeds from their campaigns. So I commend you for doing so. And also thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.